The following is Fall 2008 Math 115 Department Final Version 3 Number 8. A plane flies 900 miles with a tailwind in 3 hours. Tailwind. The time is 3 hours for 900 miles. Okay, now it takes the same plane 4 hours to fly the 900 miles when flying against the wind. Okay, so if we try to picture that, let's say this is the wind going to that direction. Okay, first one, when it goes with the tailwind, okay, with the tailwind, it travels 900 miles in 3 hours. Notice that if you go with the wind, then the rate later on will be increased, right? The plane will be increased by the wind. Now, when the plane goes back against the wind, it travels that 900 miles in 4 hours. Okay, therefore, you can see that the plane, of course, because it goes against the wind, then the speed of the plane will be reduced by the speed of the wind. Now, let's see. The question here is, what is the plane speed in still air? Part 1, let me call it part 1. Let P be the speed of the plane in still air. Number 2, I will set up a little table. Again, this may not be necessary if you are more experienced or you are more mature. Now, I'm not saying that you need to go far in math to be mature, but if you understand these questions, you may not need to do this table, especially in the test. Constructing this table may cost you too much time. Now, this is the direction, which is the tailwind, and then against the wind, or sometimes we call that headwind. Okay, the time, the rate, the distance. The time with the tailwind, which is with the wind, the time is 3 hours. The rate, we know because it is a tailwind, the rate will be P plus W. Let's say, let's define that W first. W is the rate of the wind. Okay, and then the distance, as we know, is 900 miles. When it is a headwind, means against the wind, the time was 4 hours, and the rate, of course, the rate of this plane subtracted by the rate of the wind with the distance of 900. Now, therefore, from here we get this equation here. 3 times P plus W equals to 900, and then 4 times P minus W equals to 900. That's the system of equation we need to solve. Now, I hope you don't lose focus or thinking way too simple. This question is actually easier than what you thought if you know some structure. Now, take a look. This is what you can do is you do distribute the 3 and the 4 there, and then later on solve for P by eliminating the W. But I suggest you to think a little bit further as the following. Now, 3 times something is 900. 3 times blah, let's take a look on the first equation. 3 times this group is 900. Therefore, that group must be 900 over 3, which is 300. Now, the second equation, 4 times something equals to 900. Therefore, this thing here must be 900 over 4, which is, if you think about that, 900 divided by 4 is 225. Okay, now the good thing is this, you need to solve for this, you are looking for the speed of the plane in still air. Okay, in other words, in this question we need to solve for p. Now we can get p right away by adding these two equations using the addition method, right? Now then we get 2p, the w get eliminated, and this is equals to 525. So p equals to 525 divided by 2, that's 262.5. Okay, in other words, which is not necessary in this multiple choice, but let me do it as if this is a free response question. So the speed of the plane in still air is 262.5 miles per hour. Okay, now if we look back, the answer is A. Now this is for 2008 Math 115 Department Final, version 3, number 8.